Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Twilight Creations game called ZombieTown. This is a board game for zombie hunting, very similar to Zombies that they also produce. This one is aimed at ages 12 and up for 3 to 6 players. According to the back of the box, each box contains a 20.5 by 20.5 game board, 150 cards, card stands, tokens, 12-sided die, 6 custom sculpted pawns, 100 custom sculpted zombies. And the premise is that help is coming in 10 days and can you survive? Now, I've heard this is pretty fun if you like the game Zombies. It's kind of along the same lines. So let's open it up and see what we got in here. It's supposed to be like a larger scale version of Zombies. And the tiles are much bigger. We'll see how compatible they might be as soon as I get this plastic off. This one's a little more expensive as I recall. And there are fewer supplements for it. I think there's only 3 right now. I don't know if they're going to do more or not. The box is pretty nice. Alright, here's our rulebook. Alright, it's just a photocopy quality paper, which is a little disappointing. Could have been a little nicer quality. And the pages aren't numbered, but looks like we got a pretty big map here. So nothing real special about that. It's a little disappointing. Might help keep the cost down though. Alright, so we actually have a board. Actually a board game quality board. I thought it would be tiles, but it's actually just a board game. And it looks like the cemetery is in the town common area here, in the center. Then we have some houses down here. Each house is kind of yellow squared, and maybe there's like overlays for that. We'll find out here in a minute. But it looks like it's just like a big cul-de-sac kind of thing. So, alright, the board is fairly nice quality. The gloss on the top probably is going to go bad. It feels very cheap, but the board itself is actually pretty good cardstock. It's a 4-corner board, so... Alright, then we got the zombies. There's only one pose for them. They all kind of look alike. And it's just some generic looking zombie with his arms out. But they look to be about the same size as the zombies from Zombies that they also put out. So they might be pretty close to interchangeable. And then we've got our characters, which are just some guy that looks like Duke from G.I. Joe, in the usual 6 colors of peach, black, red, blue, green, and yellow. So nothing too special there. And we've got a big bag of stands here. Let's see how many are in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 stands. Yep. Then we've got a D12, which is just a generic looking D12, and some colored tokens. And you get tokens in the same color as your characters. And there are, looks like 5 tokens for each character. Then we've got some cards here that are in little decks. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, 4 card decks. We've got house cards, combat cards, player cards, and action cards. So let me zoom the camera in and we'll take a look at these a little closer. Alright, let's start with the player cards, because that's the smaller deck. This does have some kind of plastic wrapped around it that does not slide out very easily. So we'll just have to go ahead and break that. Alright, so player card, we've got a guy with a tennis racket. We've got an old lady of some kind. Some girl with a butcher knife. housemaid or housewife, some guy with a golf club, and some random guy. Alright, so not a lot there, but there are 6 of them. So we'll move those aside. Let's look at our house cards. Alright, we've got a woodworker. Take 1 barricade from discard pile. We've got a survivalist. Take 1 survivor from discard pile. We got a nurse. Heal 1 wound. We got a nosy neighbor. Move to other nosy neighbor home. We've got a nosy neighbor. Move to other nosy neighbor home. Another nosy neighbor. Normal, you don't get anything except 5 points. Home normal, you don't get anything except 5 points. Another normal. Gun collector, reload 1 weapon. Gun collector, reload 1 weapon. And lastly, a gun collector, reload 1 weapon. So not much to that deck either. Alright, let's look at the combat cards. Alright. First up we have same square, third same square, fourth, a fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Alright, so there's 10 same squares. We got a jammed. Never do that with your gun. Second jammed. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 8 jams. We got 2 squares away. 2 squares away. So there's 2 squares away. There's a 1 square away. A second 1 square away. A third 1 square away. Fourth 1 square away. 5th 1 square away, 6th 1 square away, 7th 1 square away, 8th 1 square away, 9th 1 square away, and a 10th 1 square away. Alright, so those are your combat cards. Now let's look at the action deck. There's a lot more cards here, so this is going to take a minute. Get those out of the way. Alright, first we've got some guy weeping in the corner. A second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 guys weeping in the corner. Then we've got a firearm. Second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. Oh, nope, this one's different. No, it's not. Never mind. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20. So there's 20 of this. There's less than that. 18 of the 1 through 3 pistol, it looks like. And 1 through 2 had 2 of them. Let me double check these to make sure. Okay, some of these did have 1 through 4. My apologies. So there are 6 of them that have 1 through 4. 12 with 1 through 3, and 2 with 1 and 2 for the pistol. Then we've got a 1, 2, draw 2, second one, a third one, a fourth one. Then we have some fireworks. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one. So 8 of those. And we've got a zombie card. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one, ninth one, 9. Then we have a turn back time 1 day. A switch all cards in 2 adjacent buildings. A second switch all cards. Then send target player to building adjacent to their current location. A second one of that. Completely reload 1 weapon. Another completely reload. Take random card from any building. Take 1 card from any random building. From any building. Yep, 1 random card from any building. All players must pass 1 card to the left. All players must pass 1 card to the left. All zombies adjacent to this building move back 1 space. Another, all zombies adjacent to this building move back 1 space. Add 2 zombies to any space adjacent to your current location. A second one of that. +1 action. +1 action. +1 action. A fourth +1 action. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And then we've got what looks like some kind of barricade. It's got a 4 on it. Another one. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. And then we've got a 3 barricade. A second one. A third one. A fourth one. A fifth one. Then a 2 barricade. Second one. This says trap 2. A second trap 2. A trap 1. Second trap 1. Third trap 1. Then a 1 card barricade. Another one. And then we've got a trap 2 1 card. Trap 2 number 1. And then trap 1 1. Trap 1 1. And lastly a trap 1 1. So that's all the cards. So it doesn't look like it's an overly complicated game, but it is very card dependent. So you have to make sure all the cards are here if you buy it. The zombies, I think you could replace from the regular zombie box. Aside from the board, this box could have been significantly smaller. I think that overall this is very similar to the regular zombies game, except it's more of a Outlast type thing with raiding other buildings from the look of it. So it probably could have had regular card stock tiles instead of the thick board, but the thick board is a pretty good selling point. So that is what is inside ZombieTown. I do have one of the supplements called Road Rage, which should introduce cars into this. So that should be interesting. But I'm intrigued to play this and see how it works out. But that is what is inside. As always, thank you for watching. I think this looks like a pretty interesting purchase. It might be a little better than regular zombies where you're just running gunning. And this is more of a Outlast strategy type thing. But I'll have to play it and see. And in the meantime, that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. And we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.